Welcome students. I am your Kebida Kanchan Banerjee sir. Today I would like to teach a poem. The name of the poem, Animals. That is for class 10. This is also included in your syllabus. Animals, the very poem composed by the poet, that is Walt Whitman. Now regarding this Walt Whitman, before entering the poem, I would like to give you the brief descriptions of this reputed, esteemed or renowned poet Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman, an American leading poet, and this Walt Whitman, then time, was one of the leading poets of American literatures. And this Walt Whitman, the father of modern free verse, the father of modern free verse. Now you are curious to know what is free verse. Free verse means there is no regular rhyme scheme at all. It is an unpunctuated, even in unrhyme, that is, there will be no rhyme scheme at all. You are well acquainted with the rhyme scheme, just like AA, BB or AB, AB. But in this poem there is no such employment of, that is your rhyming scheme. This free verse is another name is blank verse. And Walt Whitman is the father of modern free verse. And he has greatly influenced the literature of American literatures. And Walt Whitman has a lot of recognitions as a poet. So first, I would like to give you the introductions of this poem. Introduction. The poet Walt Whitman extols animals. Animals. Extols means highly praise of. Extol, E-X-T-O-L-L-S. Extols means highly praise of. So, the poet praises animals. The poet admires animals. What for? He thinks animals are better than the human beings in many respects. And animals do not possess the things like that is called meanness, even though they are not possessive at all. And you know how the human beings stoop low in order to meet his or her needs. They are very much jealous, possessive, conceited, egotists, all types of the negative qualities they have now. They are greedy enough. Their greed has no limit at all. And as a result, always they think what way they want to grab more and more. They are discontented. They are dissatisfied. They want to have more and more. But animals are freed from such greed, such jealousy, conceit, such highly ambition, they do not bother these things at all. So these respects, animals are completely different from human beings. They are actually embodiment of, animals are embodiments of which things? That is serenity, S-E-R-E-N-I-T-Y. Serenity means calmness, peacefulness. They are the embodiment of calmness. They are the embodiment of containment. Containment is the song of their soul. They are self-contented. They never whine. They never grumble. They never actually cry over the things. They are not wanting their things more and more. That is the unique quality of whom? Animals. That's why the poet wants to transform himself into the lives of animals. The very stanza reflects that essence of thought of the poet. Now we like to start reading stanza-wise. Stanza-wise meaning of the poem. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-contained. I stand and look at them long and long. The very I is referred to the poet. The poet thinks he could turn and live with animals. He can identify better with the animals. He can identify better with the animals. That's why the poet here desires to turn. The poet here desires to turn into an animal. To turn into an animal. To turn into an animal and live with them, as he is quietly impressed by their lifestyle of calmness and the purity of their mind. So they are so placid and self-content. Placid means calm, quiet. Placid means calm, quiet. Placid. The very word placid means calm and quiet. That is serene, S-E-R-E-N-E. Serene or tranquil. So poets can identify better with the animals as the animals are placid. They are calm and composed. They are satisfied with them, what they have. I stand and look at them long and long. I mean the poet stands and look at them. Them refers to the animals. And long, for a long time, the poet used to stand and look and thinks of their qualities they possess. And now, the very second stanza, they do not sweat and whine or the whine about their conditions. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Now, you just see, you just read with care. The very word in that very fourth line, they, fifth line, they, sixth line, they. These are repetitions of the same word, that is they. And it is called an example of anaphora. If the very first word of the line repeated consecutively, this figure of speech is called anaphora. So they do not sweat and whine about their conditions. They do not lie awake in the dark and deep and weep for their sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. The poet again is impressed by the animals, that they do not complain at all. W-H-I-N-E means complain. W-H-I-N-E means complaint. Complaint. They do not complain and cry about their destiny, cry about their fate. And unlike the animals, they used to eat and sleep. Who? These human beings lie awake, and they started weeping for their sins. But in this respect, animals are different. They eat and sleep as they have nothing to worry about it, as they are free from worries and tensions, as they are free from that making their destiny higher or ambitions higher and higher. They have nothing to worry about. Rather, they lead a very peaceful life. Animals are pure. They do not even pray to God. Just like the human beings, they used to pray, Dhanang Dehi, Jasang Dehi, Bhaggam Dehi Mato. In the similar way, they never try to satisfy God, only praying their wants, their desires, that is to be fulfilled. No, they are not concerned for this. So they do not make me sick. They do not, animals do not make me boring. Sick means boring. Only discussing their duty to God, the way The human beings are usually pray to God to meet their demands, to satisfy their gods in order to meet their desires. But these animals never do so. So they are distinct in this respect. Now, even in this stanza there is a figure of speech employed here. That is make me sick. Make me sick. Here, make me sick, just you look, here the make me, repetitions of the word M, the very word, make me. This is the repetitions. So this is called alliteration. This is called alliteration. These words repeatedly used. The very word, consonant word, M is repeated. To make me sick, discussing their duty to God. The way human beings used to offer prayers to God to satisfy God so their desires can be fulfilled. But the animals do not do so. Next stanza, not one is dissatisfied, one is dominated with the main mania of owning things. Not one of the animals is dissatisfied with their possessions. Not one behaves abnormally, irrationally, just like the human beings. It is a matter of irony that human beings are regarded most rational beings, but way they behave, that is very irrational. They want to fulfill their needs by any means, by hook or crook. Even in this respect, they never bothered to stab, kill even their near and dear ones. This type of the negativity the human beings possess only to satisfy their need, their demand. So, just like human beings, these animals do not behave abnormally or irrationally, only with the mania of owning my possession, owning the things. They are not materialistics. They never are governed by the material pursuit. But animals are free from material pursuit. And human beings are deeply possessed with these materialistic possessions. And they are the maniacs in order to own all these things, in order to maintain all these possessions. Not one kneels to another, not to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. It is the nature of human beings. They likely to bow their heads to their elders, to their respected ones. And this situation that has started since time immemorial. But animals never bow their heads to the elders. You just question me, ask me, sir, this is the moral cultures of being respectful to the elders. But you just imagine, being respectful to elders, that is only written in words. But while they do so in their education, they never do so. They are they are the double-faced personality. They behave what they think, they do not execute. What they say, they will not think. These types of the things, difference between the words and executions of the deeds, there is a gulf of difference. But in case of animals think, since they are also animals, so we are all equal. Why should we consider others, that is elders ones, other respected ones? No, all we are equal. And we have to do everything for our betterment in a similar plane or similar manners. That's why they never kneel to others, kneel down or bow to others, only to show that is called respect, artificial respects, that does not have any connection with their hearts. No one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. Over the whole earth, in the animal kingdom, no one is also considered superior or the elder or the respectable. Rather, they think or they consider they all are equal. Now, that is called the last stanza. They bring me tokens of myself, and the very word tokens, they bring me. The animals bring the poet. Animals bring the poet as their own, thinking these human beings each of their own. How? Because with the rise of civilization, we the animals and the human beings, both are possessed with the good qualities, that a basic instinct of natures, calmness, quietness, good qualities. But as the civilization rolls on, the most rational human being on the earth, that is the human beings, have lacked these types of the basic qualities, that is fellow feelings, that is kindness, that is tenderness, that is feelings for others, that is called fraternity, all types of the good qualities which are very essential in this our journey of life. These are all quintessential, these are all very essential for the human beings, so that they can attain peace, so that they can lead a very peaceful life, they can lead a very humble life. But unfortunately, human beings do not have. You know, today, human beings have possessed, regarding the materialistic pursuit, many things. They are the moneyed persons, they have the technological advancement, many things. But you know that inwardly they are deprived of basic essence. Peace has actually also bid them goodbye. Peace has completely told the human beings adieu. Now in this earth that is only fitted with the materialistic pursuit, which things is the rarest commodity, you know? That is the peace. Peace is the rarest commodity on this earth, and that for this very peace, human beings are also running after it, because human beings now are actually hankering after only wealth, power, pelf. As a result of it, they don't feel or they don't have any peace in their life. That's why peace has turned into the rarest commodity. So they are leading the unhappy life. But these animals bring me tokens of love, that means that qualities. They evince, they try to prove me plainly this possession. And I wonder means the poet got surprised how these animals have got these qualities. The poet is completely surprised to see how these animals have got these qualities. So he is wonderstruck, and huge times ago and negligently dropped them. But we the human beings, the poet is one of the representative of the human beings. He has dropped these moral values, that values the human beings should have. But unfortunately, what the human beings should have much more, being the most rational animals on the earth, these human beings are without these qualities. Whereas animals do have these qualities, and the human beings have forgotten all these essence of these qualities. So this is the sum and substance and detailed analysis of the poem. Now regarding poetic devices, here the repetitions followed. What is the repetition? Repeated use of the words. Repeated use of the words. That is called repetitions. Repetitions means repeated use of the words. Which words is repeated? Stand and look at them long and long. Look at them long and long. And again, repetitions, you know, they do not. Here, that is, they do not like awake in the dark. Again, they do not. These they do not repetition, as well as what I have told you, figure of speech, anaphora. That is the very first word of the every line has consecutively been repeated. That is an example of figure of speech, that is anaphora. So, and again alliteration I have told you already, make me sick, MM. And another word, I wonder, where, they go, they get, those tokens. So here, wonder, W, where, W, and they, T, and again those T and tokens, that is T. The repeated use of, that is called consonant letter, W, and another is T, H, T, 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 token, they and those. These are also repeated. These are the examples of alliterations. So these are all about the literary poetic device, and you know, already have told you, Walt Whitman is the father of modern free verse, Another name of free verse is blank verse. So the whole poem is written in unrhymed manner. There is no particular rhyming scheme followed here. So that's all about everything related to the poem. I hope or I suppose you have understood well of the contents of the poem. There will be no query or with this poem is written in such a beautiful manner. Thank you.